With just a few simple and easy steps, I'm going to show you how I painted these beautiful and colorful wildflowers. Okay, so I like to get all my materials ready first. I have my clean water, my Arches watercolor paper ready, and I like to get my paints ready first. So I am using a round brush number 4, I believe it's a synthetic round brush, and I am just completely dousing it with the Cadmium Yellow. Then just the tip of the brush, I am going to use a tiny little bit of Cadmium Red Orange. Now, this wildflowers is just a series of brush strokes downwards or sometimes upwards. It's really a very loose approach. So I noticed that I have a little bit too much of my orange, and I will add a little bit more of my yellow, but you can use the colors that you like. Sometimes I like to use a combination of yellow and pink, but just go ahead and just pick your favorite colors for these flowers. Now, just to give a little bit of a different contrast to the stems of my flowers, I like to add a little bit of pink because the combination of orange and pink is absolutely gorgeous. Now for the centers of the flowers, I like to use an indigo because it's a very contrasting color, and I am using a smaller brush. So this is a brush like about number 1 or number 2. It's also synthetic, but you can use any brush that has a fine point. So go ahead and paint all the centers of the flower. Something that is very magical about watercolor again is when a wet color touches another wet color and you get this like beautiful blooms. So I attempt sometimes to do the blooms, like touch the color with the wet surface with another wet surface. So now I'm using a little bit of indigo with a little bit of cadmium yellow to create the stems of the flowers. And this is again with the same brush. It's a very light touch to create the stems, and then I will create a series of leaves that will make them really come together. Now using the same brush and the same mixture of green, I am just dragging the brush downwards and it creates this beautiful long leaves. So sometimes I like to add a little bit more yellow, sometimes a little bit more indigo to give it a little bit of variation and contrast. But I'm just filling in the empty spaces with my long leaves. Now that I am done with the painting in itself, I am just going to add a little bit of sparkle and movement to my painting. So I'm just splashing a little bit of paint, a little bit of, you could do well, your favorite color, but I'm doing a little bit of pink, a little bit of yellow, and maybe a little bit of orange. And this way the painting just looks very dynamic and looks like it has movement, and it just looks gorgeous. Alright, so we have reached the end of the video for today. If you guys have any questions about the materials or the techniques, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos. Thank you.